Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new. My name is Katarina. Today's video is going to be a Chatty get ready with me. I have bought quite a lot of new makeup recently. I will be using some of those products in this video. Some of these I have tried before, some of them I have not used, so there will be some first impressions. I will also share with you a live update a little bit later in the video. Sorry if you can hear the noise of the traffic. I mean, I do live in a countryside, so it's not like a lot of traffic, but there is a little bit bigger road about 100 meters away from our house, and people are coming now home from celebrating midsummer. Sorry about the noises, but I need to keep the window open. I don't feel the best today and I feel that I need that fresh air. But I'm actually going to start by priming my face. I have already done my brows, I have primed my eyes. I do have a couple of new primers actually, and I want to do the face primer now before doing my eyeshadow, just so that the primer has time to sink into my skin a little bit. I have done my skincare and I have applied SPF, but my SPF, I do like it because it doesn't disturb the makeup at all, but I feel it could be a little bit more moisturizing. And I just don't feel that my skin is as well prepped and nourished as it could be for makeup just with the SPF. So I have recently gotten a new hydrating primer. This one is the First Aid Beauty Coconut Skin Smoothie Priming Moisturizer. What a name! But I have heard so many people rave about these, and then I found out that Look Fantastic has now their own website for Finnish customers, and this one actually, First Aid Beauty, is sold there. So I wanted to give this a go, and I do really enjoy this, I must say. So I'm going to take a little amount of this one and just like apply it all over my face. This one smells really nice. It has slightly coconutty scent, but not bad. You know, coconut is one of those things that it can smell horrible or then it can smell nice, and this one, in my opinion, smells nice. This is really nice because this one has like a little bit of glowy finish to it. So before I got that one, I thought that I want to get like a hydrating primer and a glowy primer, but this one really covers both of those things. And you know, this is a really big tube. This is 50 milliliters, so really nice size. That will last a while on me. I have heard so many people raving about First Aid Beauty primers, and this is really amazing. I for sure want to try their Poreless primer too, but right now I do have other Poreless primers, so I will want to finish those before. But then, because I do have combo skin and it is quite hot right now here in Finland, my skin gets oily and almost like sweaty on my T-zone, I do want to apply a mattifying primer just to my T-zone. So I will be applying this Becca Evermatte Poreless Priming Perfector. To be honest, this is not my favorite. I have had this previously and I didn't like it so much, but I wanted to give this another go because I wanted a primer that really controls the oil. So I'm just going to apply this on my nose, on my forehead and a little bit on my chin, but not elsewhere. So I really do think that this helps to control the oil. However, makeup can look quite cakey on top of this, but I hope the First Aid Beauty primer under this helps a little bit. So yeah, the skin is now prepped and the primer has a little bit time to sink in, so we can move on to the eyeshadow. So in June I wanted to purchase some makeup from some black-owned businesses, and there's for sure even more black-owned brands that I do want to try. Like I really do want to try Colored Rain, for example. For now I did try a couple of new brands for me, or actually Beauty Bakery is one of these brands, and I have tried their liquid lipstick previously. I'm going to be completely honest, I did not like that. It was just way too trying, but now I do have some new products from them that I'm so excited to try. But I also got a new eyeshadow palette. Sorry I had to stop filming for a while. My computer went totally nuts, like I don't know what happened. I think it overheated, so I turned it off completely. I have now purchased a new eyeshadow palette from a brand September Rose Cosmetics. This one is their Brew eyeshadow palette. So September Rose Cosmetics is a black-owned indie brand from the UK. and they do have 3 palettes available, I believe. This is their Brew palette, so this is the most neutral one. Then they do have a couple palettes that are more colorful. So this one, the color story spoke most to me, and I really wanted to try a black-owned brand that is located here in Europe. So that's why I went with September Rose. This palette was on sale and the color story really spoke to me. And I do love the packaging of this palette. I mean, look at that. It's so pretty. I love the brown packaging. I love that the girl is holding a coffee. I love coffee. So this is what the color story looks like. So it's mainly warm matte. Some of them are more neutral, some of them more colorful. There's a couple of golden shimmers. Today I will be testing this palette for the first time. So this is going to be a first impression. I think I want to create a completely matte eyeshadow look today, and to be honest, I don't feel like doing anything too dramatic, so I'm probably just going to go with an easy matte eyeshadow look. I will say that this palette is made in China, so it's not like a handmade indie brand or anything like that. But before I bought this palette, I put the ingredients list to Google search, and this palette was the only one with this exact formula. So I took you closer for the while I'm doing the eyeshadow. I will start by bringing this shade, French Vanilla, for transition shade. This is actually quite light now that I do have some tan. I don't know how well this is going to show up, but I anyways do want to use it as transition shade. Just as I thought, this one doesn't show up too well, but I didn't expect that because this is not now that much deeper than my skin tone. I want to use this shade Cinnamon in my crease. This is like a really warm medium brown. I almost feel like this formula would probably work better if I didn't set my eyeshadow primer, but I wanted to set it. Like, I want to use this palette the way I would use any other palette, and I do like to set my eyeshadow primer. Now I can be without setting it if I know that the eyeshadow works better if I don't set my primer. This one is actually even warmer what I thought. It almost translates as an orange on my eyes. Next I'm going to deepen up the outer corner with this deep chocolate brown shade, and it's called Puer. I don't even know what that is. I need to go and check that out. I'm not a native English speaker obviously, but most of the basic words I know, but sometimes there are words that I have no idea what they mean, and this is one of them, I will admit that. Ooh, this is nice and pigmented. Maybe I should have gone with a little bit lighter hand, to be honest. I'm going to go back in with Cinnamon. Try to blend that out. And then I'm going to go back in with French Vanilla, the first transition shade. And then to the other eye, I'm trying to go in with a little bit less of the brown and build it. And the same thing with this, I am going to go back in to Cinnamon to blend that out. I think I need to still try to kind of like blend out that deeper brown. So far that I'm using this, I'm going to be completely honest, this is not my favorite eyeshadow formula. It's probably something that I will need to use this palette for a couple of times before I really get comfortable with the formula and know how it works the best. I almost feel like these are a little bit difficult to blend out. It's not my favorite formula. Do I hate this? Is it like the worst I have tried? No. And you know, I'm still happy to have this palette. I want to try different looks. I want to try all of the colors. But it's giving me like a little bit hard time. I'm still going in with French vanilla and try to blend out everything here in the crease transition shade area. Okay, next I'm going to use the shade Tea Latte from here as my brow bone highlight. And then to my lid I want to bring the shade French Vanilla that I already used as transition shade. I do have now a little bit fallout there. But for me it doesn't really matter. The reason why I do my eyeshadow before my base is because of fallout. And also sometimes when I do my eyeshadow or eyeliner or apply falsies I may touch my face. So because of that I don't want there to be foundation that will get ruined. I'm going to go just a little bit back in with the dark brown shade, just in the outer corner area. The final step of my upper lid eyeshadow look is that I will be using this black shade Loose Leaf as my eyeliner. I hope I can do this on camera. I took you just a little bit back, so maybe I can now try to do the eyeliner on camera. Okay, so I think the black was really decent to create the eyeliner. So I'm going to line my other eye off camera and also apply some false lashes. Okay, so the lashes are on now and the upper lid eyeshadow is done. I really do like how this look came out. It's really warm. Almost like fall-ish makeup look to me, but I will say that I had to maybe see a little bit more effort to get it look as nice as it does than with some other eyeshadows in my collection. I just feel these were not the easiest to blend, but that may also be my fault. I really think these eyeshadows are probably something that work better if you don't set your eyeshadow primer. I am going to wipe just a little bit. I do have makeup remover wipe. But yeah, now I'm going to move to foundation. So I will be using this HD Liquid Radiance foundation from Catrice. I do have the shades Ivory Beige and Nude Beige, and I will need to mix these to get a good shade match for me. Anyways, about Catrice, I don't like it. I talked about this previously. I don't like it how they don't offer all of their shades in all countries that they sell in. I mean, they do have decent shade ranges in US and in Germany, but not in other countries in Europe, and not even on online stores where they are available, and it shouldn't be about the shelf space. I don't want to buy foundations from them right now. I really want them to offer all of the shades in all of the countries and in all of the online stores that they are available. But I do have only foundations from Catrice right now, so I will need to do some project planning. This foundation is like really runny and really liquidy, but I think that is now a nice shade match. So I'm just going to slap this on and blend it in with a sponge. But yeah, let's get into my life update. I am so excited. I will be getting back to work tomorrow. So I have mentioned previously that I was laid off from work because of the COVID-19 in spring, and then my contract ended in the end of May, and now I have been like unemployed for like 3 weeks or so. But earlier this week my boss called me and she wants me back to work, and I am so excited about that. I will say though that I will work part-time, quite small hours, but I do work part-time normally too, like it's like not a weird situation to me. My contract has always been a part-time contract. What it has meant for me in the past is that the hours change a lot. So there might be weeks when I work only 20 hours. Very rarely I might work even less than that. But then there also has been weeks when I have been working up to 48 hours. My job is not like a 9-to-5 job. There are some people like in my company, like the bosses and people who do work like regular hours, but not me. And you know, I like my job, I like how it changes. It's not new that I do have a part-time contract, but I will be working quite small hours. But to be honest, I don't even mind. Of course, it's not the best financially, but it is better than doing nothing and getting just the unemployment money. I will way rather work a little bit and get my money from work. Because I have been unemployed in the past, and even now that I have been laid off from work and unemployed for just a short amount of time, I feel that I have kind of like lost some of my routines, and yeah, sometimes it feels that days just go by without almost without any meaning at all. So I do think it is great to get back to work, even if it is just like 2 to 3 days work during 1 week. It's still better. I do have some sort of a routine going on in my life, and what is the best part of it is that I will still be able to enjoy summer, because my job is unfortunately one of those jobs that when it is summer and if it is not your summer leave weeks, you're going to be working like crazy. Like, because summer is the season when people need new clothes. I do work in a clothing store, by the way, if you didn't know, but first people need new summer clothes, then there are the huge summer sales, and then when fall gets closer, people need new clothes for themselves and for their children. So during summertime you are like working a lot, and couple of last summers I have been working like crazy, because then I know that when fall comes it's getting more quiet. Okay, the foundation is ready. I'm going to move on to concealer, and I do have only one under eye concealer, and the thing is that this one is starting to be a little bit light for me. I do have other concealers coming, but they are coming from Beauty Joint. I did order from there a NYX lipstick that I wasn't able to get from Europe. That is now discontinued, and Beauty Joint seemed to be like the only place where it's still available. I do have the lipstick already, but it's so old that I need to pan it, and I wanted to replace it. So I at the same time ordered a couple of concealers from e.l.f. that are a little bit deeper, because this is now a little bit too light, but I need to just like work with it until I get my new ones. But yeah, a couple of last summers I have just been working like crazy, and I feel I have not been fully able to enjoy summer. Christmas season is another season when, you know, I feel people who don't work in retail take it as kind of like a fun time to be with their family, and I don't know, for me it is extremely stressful. Like, people are tense during Christmas time, and I don't think it's like worth stressing to have like a perfect Christmas. But yeah, that's kind of like the life update. I will be getting back to work, even though I won't be doing like full-time job, but still I'm so excited about it. I don't know yet if it is going to affect my channel a lot, because I have been filming a lot lately. This week that I am filming, it's 5 videos that I have uploaded. I'm filming now on Sunday 21st, and I will be getting back to work like tomorrow. I don't know yet how much I will be able to upload new videos now that I will be getting back to work. Like, I don't know yet how many shifts I will have. What I do know is that next week I only have 2 shifts. If it continues like that, I'm sure I can upload at least 4 videos a week. But if I will start having more work, like 4 days or more, then I might not be able to do YouTube as much. And well, it's a bummer, but it's part of life. I have been really inspired by YouTube recently. I'm going to be completely honest, there has been times when I have felt uninspired, especially somewhere last year. I hate to say it, but I almost feel like my Nobody year took away some of the inspiration and like some of the fun from makeup. Now I'm so inspired again, and it's not just that I can purchase new things. I don't say that I didn't love makeup, because I have been doing makeup like every single day, or at least almost every single day for the past couple of years. Last year I am sure I did wear makeup at least 350 days a year. So I do wear makeup almost every single day, but there was something that I just wasn't that excited about. I think a part of the reason was that I have never really wanted to be like an anti-consumerist channel. Yes, I want to be kind of like a smart consumerist myself, but I don't want to be a minimalist, and I do not want to be like an anti-consumerist. Obviously, if I was an anti-consumerist, I couldn't do the work that I do. Like, my job is to sell clothes and make profit for the company. So, you know, how would that work if I was like an anti-consumerist? Although I will say that sometimes I do have kind of like conflicts about my work, about just like selling, but it is what it is. It's not too bad, and I do enjoy my job. But if I was like a true anti-consumerist, I don't know how I could even like do my work. But during my no-buy year, I feel all of my videos were either about my no-buy or about my project pans. I feel it got me a little bit uninspired for a while. And now that my no-buy year is over, yes, I have bought some new makeup. I actually bought maybe a little bit too much in June. Not that I regret anything I purchased, but I will be doing a no-buy July. I will film later a video talking about that. Yeah, I just want makeup to be fun. This channel, I do videos because makeup is fun for me. And last year I felt that makeup is like not that fun anymore. Even though I have always loved doing makeup for myself, I really love how I can, you know, transfer my looks with makeup and express myself with makeup. But the fun was out of it for a while, and now I'm having so much more fun with my collection. Yes, I am really focused on my project pans, still I don't see that changing. But also, if I want to, I can buy new products. And I just don't want to be too strict anymore about my purchases. Like, I want to make thoughtful purchases, but I don't want to limit myself too much. Like I was limiting in the beginning of the year. I was like saying that I can buy a lipstick in every 2 months and I can't buy any eyeshadows. So right now I just want to have a little bit more relaxed take on buying new makeup. But I still want to make thoughtful purchases. Right now I feel I do need a no-buy July for both financial reasons and also because I have gotten so many new things that I do want to really test out before bringing in anything new, and I don't need anything new right now. But yeah, I have been so inspired about YouTube. Like, I do have so many different video ideas that I want to film, like tags and stuff like that that I have seen people doing. In July I should film a makeup inventory. And also I have been able to watch YouTube videos way more than usually. I really do feel bad sometimes when I am working a lot that I just don't have time to watch as much videos as I would like from people that I follow. I would really love to support their channels and, you know, be watching the videos, be liking them, be commenting, but then I don't always have time when I'm working. Because I'm getting back to work, I think it's going to affect a little bit how much I can watch YouTube and how much I can film videos. But it shouldn't be too bad yet, because as I said, I will be working quite low hours still. Now I'm going to contour. I will be using the Balm Bahama Mama bronzer to contour. I have really been able to enjoy summer. I have been out a lot. I do have a nice tan on, although my nice tan is like, for many people, their winter skin color. Like, I don't get super tanned, but I'm pleased with the tan I do have right now. I will also bronze my face a little bit with the Too Faced Sweethearts bronzer, because today I want a glowy bronzer. So yeah, I love that it's summer, it's really warm, but I will say that during summer months I don't do that well physically. I feel like I feel a little bit icky right now, and I think there's like multiple factors to it. That's why I said in the beginning of the video that I need to keep the window open, that I need the fresh air. Today that I'm filming is Sunday 21st, and it is the lightest day of the year, and here in Finland when it is the midsummer, like June and July, nights don't get dark and it affects my sleeping a lot. Like I could honestly play video games until 3 a.m. because there's not a natural clock that says that hey, it's time to go to bed, when in other seasons I do know that when it gets dark it's time to go to sleep. Except in the middle of the winter it actually gets dark like at 4 p.m. So then I need to keep myself awake for multiple hours during the time it's dark, and there are a lot of days when you miss the daylight completely. But that's just the reality here in the Nordic countries. In the middle of the winter it's dark all the time, in the middle of the summer it's light all the time, and you know I do love all of the light. I am on a so much better mood when it is sunlight. However, I don't sleep well, and now it has been multiple weeks that I have not slept really well. Well, I will say I do take melatonin every night. I really couldn't sleep without it. But I feel I have been sleeping a little bit too little for the past couple of weeks, and now I'm starting to feel it. Like I do feel kind of like tired and weird. Also, it's a heat wave here right now and there seems not to be the end of it. And while I do love all of the warmth, it does affect how I like physically feel. I have lost my appetite. It should help soon when I get back to work. Hopefully that will help my sleeping a little bit, because with sleeping as little as right now, it's going to be really hard at work, to be honest. But also it's going to be a little bit over a month and then nights are getting dark again, quite late at evening, but still I really do enjoy dark nights. Actually, August is like one of my favorite months in the year. I really do love the end of summer and the beginning of the fall, when the days are still warm and when there is sun but still the nights are dark. I think there is almost like something magical of that time of year. I'm going to be using a blush from the Beauty Bakery Cotton Candy Champagne Blush Lighter palette. I have been dreaming about this palette for so long. Emily Noel has been raving about this palette and I finally got it now in June when I decided to get some makeup products from black-owned beauty brands. I have used a couple of the blushes already. I have used this one yesterday and this one day before that. I really do want to try this blush. I don't know how it's going to go with this look, but I really want to try it. This is definitely a blush that if I don't use it now, like in summer, I don't know how much use I'm going to get out of it other seasons. But the other blushes, they are more like on the mauve side, so those I can totally see myself using like all year around, but this is like a really summertime color, so it might be a little bit too much for the look, but I am going to try it on. Okay, it's not too bad. I thought it's going to be like super bright and intense. These blushes are glowy. Like I of course expected them to be glowy, but they are even glowier what I expected. Something I will say that is making me feel a little bit better right now is that I have been working out again like really well. I think this spring I have really found a nice workout routine. Throughout the spring I think I have gone to gym like usually 3 times a week. Sometimes more, sometimes less. But the past few weeks I haven't been working out as well. Like in the end of May, in the beginning of June, I only went like a couple of times to gym like during 3 weeks of time. But this week I have gone to gym again. I mean, of course, because I have lost my appetite, I don't necessarily eat as well as I should. I truly think that if you go to gym and your goal is to build muscle, you need to eat. And I don't know if my diet has been the best, not necessarily, but exercising for sure helps me with sleep and, you know, helps me feel better overall. I am going to use this Ofra and Nikki Tutorials Glow Go highlighter for the first time. I have had this highlighter for a while now, but I haven't used it yet because this is a color that just doesn't work for me if I am my palest. So let's try it. Oh my gosh, look at that glow. I really do love Ultra formula, but if you prefer more of a subtle highlighter, this is not for you. But I love a little bit of glow. But yeah, that is like my life situation right now. Sleeping well has not been a thing, but hopefully it will help now that I get back to work. I need to find a routine that no matter how light it is, I'm going to bed at 11 p.m. I'm going to line my lips quickly with the Gosh Velvet Touch lip liner in Nougat, and then we will try a new lipstick. Okay, so when I ordered the Beauty Bakery products, I wanted to get one of their lippies. So I wanted to get one of these cake pop lippies. These are tiny. I mean, I heard they are small, but I didn't expect them to be this small. I mean, look at that. So these are something that you do not get a lot of product, but at the same time these are not too expensive. I think I got a 20% discount out of this and I paid under 10 euros. But this is the shade Funnel Cake and I will be trying this one on. Oh my gosh, this just like glides on top of my lips. I will say the lip liner doesn't match at all, but the lip liner is like nude anyway, so it doesn't really matter that much. I am so surprised about the formula. It really glides on like nothing else I have ever used. Maybe I wish that they would also offer these in bigger sizes, because if you really fall in love with a color, you're going to go through one of these pretty quickly. But I really do like the formula and the color is really pretty. It is like this corally peachy color. Not too bright, but still kind of like fun. And then the very last step of my makeup look is to set my face. I will be using the Urban Decay All Nighter because it's still not too late and I need my makeup to last. And I did use a Nude foundation. Oh my gosh, I just love the All Nighter. It is so... the spray is so good. It smells nice and I just feel it does something for my makeup that no other setting spray does. Okay, so I will quickly try to do my hair off camera and then I will be back for final thoughts. Okay, so this is the finished look. I'm really happy with the look. I really do like how the eyeshadow looks, but I will say the very first impression of the palette is that it's not my favorite formula, but I still need to test it without setting my eyeshadow primer, and I do still really much love the color story. It is absolutely amazing for fall especially and for the end of the summer. So yeah, that is everything for today. This is the finished look and that is my life update. I will be getting back to work. We'll see how it affects my channel. Thank you so much for watching this video and see you in my next one. Bye bye.